In this video, I'm going to explain how you can create a sample at our data portal. After you logged in, you have to go to the samples page, which you find here at the left. It will look like this if you have not created any sample yet, and you can use either the Create Your First Sample or the normal Create button. In the window which appears now, you have to provide all necessary informations. Mandatory fields are marked with a red star. If you are not sure what is asked in a certain field, you can hover over this information button and get an explanation. At the beginning, you have to give your sample a unique ID. Afterwards, we ask you for the common or chemical name of your substance. In the next field, you can provide a CAS number if you have any. If not, this is not mandatory, so you can leave it empty. In the next field, you have to give the precise chemical composition of your sample, and you can only enter valid symbols for chemical compositions and no special signs. So for example, if you enter an underscore, this error message will appear, and as long as this error message is there, you cannot create your sample. Afterwards, we asked you about the form of your sample. First, you have to choose between these 5 possibilities and then provide a more detailed description. After this, you can provide information about the porosity of your sample by choosing between these values, but this is not mandatory, so if your sample has no porosity, you can leave it empty. This is followed now by a series of questions about the safety regarding your samples, and we ask you to carefully consider all these questions and answer them correctly. At the end, you have this text box where you have to provide more details about any other hazards. So hazards which were not asked before. For example, if your sample is sensitive to humidity, you can give us this information here. It might be that you have no other hazards. In that case, you have to type this because this field is mandatory. Now this button has changed from gray to black, which means we can create our sample. If this is not the case, please check if there's any error somewhere. For example, it can happen if you copy a value from another page that you get some leading spaces. And now you have here this error message, and this button remains gray and you cannot create the sample. But by correcting this error, it turns black again. We can create our sample. Now we have listed it here in the table with all the information which we just provided.